Hey guys, Mitch King here. I want to apologize for what's happened this week on all the technical issues that we had. We transferred our website from one server to a dedicated server, so Murphy's Law was in full effect, which means anything that could go wrong went wrong. I'd like to make that up to all the new subscribers and give you an extra week to evaluate the daily stock report and give all subscribers a free webinar. Give me about 5 or 6 weeks to set that up, and I'll keep you posted on that schedule. Again, my apologies. This is not how we run our business. But anyhow, thanks a lot for your patience, and we'll talk to you soon. Hello, this is Mitch King with the Daily Stock Report from Trade Stocks America for Sunday night, June 7th, 2009. We're looking at the Dow Jones 30 Industrial Average. And what we've been looking at is the market has been reaching higher highs. The buy on the dip pattern has been continuing. Keep your eyes on whether this market continues to move up, and in this case, move up in this trend channel up here would be a healthy bullish run. We're seeing higher highs with most stocks and these indexes as well. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. The S&P 500 looks pretty much like the Dow. The Nasdaq Composite is a little more bullish, as it's been for several months, continuing higher highs and uptrends. Let's take a look at a handful of stocks that we've been following. Let's start with Apple Computer. It's gone up for a couple weeks in a row with the leak that Steve Jobs is returning to his job after a rest for recovering of his health. The fear that the market reacted to back in February was that he could have a reoccurrence of cancer that he's had in the past. But his founding partner of Apple has released a couple weeks ago that Steve was feeling good and planning to return. So the market started to move up, along with a couple of stocks that brought up with it. It's kind of what I call companion stocks of Apple. Baidu is moving up. The same timeline, Research in Motion, which makes the BlackBerry. Also, Google has been also very strong. Baidu, and these sectors, this little group of stocks tend to move up with each other. If the Nasdaq's strong like this, you'll see these big large cap tech stocks move. Let's take a look at a couple other stocks that we're following on the stock table. Here's BCRX, which is a short position. Really hasn't broken down, so we're watching this one here. I think this was shorted at 480 about a week ago, and I'm expecting this to move in the mid to low threes. Let's take a look at a few other stocks. Goldman Sachs, what I call Energizer Bunny, is still moving up. FCX is a copper manufacturer, also a real steady uptrend. This is a hold. Here's a stock that's been really strong for a couple really strong months in March and April. Kind of paused a little bit this last month and now resuming an uptrend. Baidu is a stock we've been long. It's a very steep uptrend, so kind of be careful. This is not a sustainable trend on this steep of a trend up. So hold, and I would consider gradually peeling off your long position. And what you want to look for is an increasing volume with this kind of steep price increase to start unloading your long position. Here's a stock, RTN, which is a Raytheon, a defense manufacturer. Kind of finally turned the corner here around that $44. And here is Monsanto. This is a long swing. Kind of stuck a little bit with these ag chemical stocks. Fertilizer companies and chemical companies for the farmers primarily have pretty much got most of their sales, so that I think that's the cause for the downtrend. Let's look at Joy Global, been on a really hot move here. This is the stock that a lot of people are looking at for benefiting from the Obama infrastructure build out of bridges and roads. Here's a oil and gas refinery, still uptrend, but Valero moved down. Here's a bond market that we have on a long side here around 91.50, if I believe, 92.50. I was a little late on that. It bounced up to 94. We're still looking for a little bit of a rise. Get a yield on this ETF of over 4%. We're down on this a little bit on the market value with this. Let's go through a couple more stocks. Here's a stock that we put on there as a short possibility. That's the point at which is point of danger. to not sell short until this thing turns over. I want to review a couple of stock trades on an intraday basis on Friday. Here's a 5-minute chart of BLK, and you can see the stock symbol in the upper left-hand corner over here, BLK. BLK is a BlackRock. And here's what you're looking for. You're looking for, on this case, a little bit of a drop and a pop, and then you see a reversal in the moving average. The first thing I look at, MACD trending up, stochastics are moving up, and so here you're looking for a location to sell it, and here's where that is. That's right here at the top here. When this moving average turns over, flattens out and turns over, goes down, that's your cue. Take a look right away at that MACD. If that's doing the same thing and the stochastics turning down, that's when you leave. You take your profits. So let's take that crosshair as you move over. Let's look at this. Started moving up about 9:55 with those three indicators. Not the perfect clear buy signal in the sense that I've been showing for months and months, but here's a clear sell signal right here. And let's calculate that profit on this was about 3% on that move from this. Let's draw an arrow here from this point here to right here. So you got about 3% on there. Let's take a look at a couple other stocks that we followed on Friday. MOS. MOS is a nice drop and pop. Dropped all the way down here from $54.50, dropped $2, and then it rebounded almost all of that to give us about a 3.4% profit potential on this. We're still looking at the same thing here. You're looking at this moving average to turn around. When that's turning around, you're actually buying right there, if I might say it, about $52.50. And then you're doing the same thing right here. Looking at moving MACD and stochastics turning up. Excellent move here. And then you've got this right here, the sell signal. The MACD actually didn't give a sell signal till way over here. But I tend to look at that moving average turning over. Stochastics pointing down. Let's get out of that. And that's 3.4% profit on Friday for that one. One more we're looking at is, here's PBR, which is Petrobras, an oil company out of Brazil. Nice big drop on this, over about $2, which is over 4% on this stock, from that high right here to the low. And here we are again, getting that signal here on a 5-minute chart, just like I show you in the Wizard training course, and I've been talking to you about this on these various reports. And here's your buy signal, 1, 2, 3. Line those up on the vertical. Here's your sell signal. Let's give you a little pink here. And the moving average, the MACD, which is a moving average technical indicator, or a version of it, started to turn down, and that's usually when we leave here. Stochastics also turning down. So that move right here is about $1.50, is $1.50, and that's over 3% on this. And you can usually get about a 3% each one of these trades in a day. And you have to scan quite a few of these stocks and keep them up on your screen if you think that they've been giving you those intraday scalps the previous days or weeks, and they tend to do that for a while. So we have a basket of favorites that we watch. So you guys take care, put the odds in your favor. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.